everyone. Welcome back to a commentary channel. And I want to thank you for the incredible response I got to my last video on forgiveness. Your comments really touched me. Thank you. And that's what I really encourage. I never ask to like or subscribe, but for me, making a video is like you're just out there in the cloud, in the web, and I'm talking to you, and it's like I just want to be heard. So that's why I ask for comments. So thank you. I'm honored and blessed by your comments. Anyway, this is part 2. And if you haven't seen part 1 of my aliens, where I think there are demons, I shared why I believe some alien encounters may actually be demonic in nature. This video, part 2, is about my own journey and how I came to see the darker side of what I once thought were spiritual gifts or contact with higher beings. Let's look at my past, abduction, addiction, and the paranormal. And you'll find all these videos about this on my channel. You will find that at the start of my channel, I was a drug addict. And I've also talked about this, and I've talked about paranormal, and I've talked about UFOs. I've laid my life pretty open and bare to you. So I've been abducted. I've seen ghosts. I've seen things. I've seen orbs. I've seen shapes. I've seen things not of this world. And I've lived through trauma, addiction, and I suffer from mental illness. From 2004, for 17 years, I was deep in addiction. I was vulnerable mentally, emotionally, spiritually. At times, I thought I was channeling spirits or psychic insight, and in some cases, maybe I was. But in other moments, those thoughts I had were dark, twisted, perverted. I thought it was just the drugs or some altered state. But looking back, I know now I was open to influence. I didn't protect myself. I had no spiritual boundaries. And that's exactly when these entities love to come in. Was I being deceived? Now I have uploaded tons of paranormal videos of my home. After my husband died, I began to feel his presence here in this house where he had never lived. Strange signs, motion detectors turning on, orbs, feelings of being watched, feelings of being touched. Part of me felt comforted. I wanted so badly to believe it was him, my Robbie, watching over me. But over time, I have started to question it. What if it isn't him at all, and never was? What if something darker was using my grief as a doorway? You see, when we're broken, when we're lost in trauma or heartache, we're more open, and not always in a good way. I don't say that to shame anyone. Believe me, I've walked that road. I say it because I've lived both the deception and the awakening. My psychic gifts or manipulation. For a long time, I believed aliens made me psychic, that the beings I encountered were activating something in me. But now I ask, why would beings of light need to manipulate, paralyze, or traumatize to give someone a gift? The truth is, our psychic sensitivity is real, but it can be hijacked. Just because something comes through doesn't mean it comes from a benevolent source. And in the spiritual realm, discernment is everything. Good and evil, the game of life. I've come to believe we're living in a game of opposites, a battlefield between light and dark, good and evil, higher self and lower forces. And maybe, just maybe, what we call demons or dark entities are part of that opposing force. They're not just creatures, they're energy, intent, deception, control. But the light is real too, and I know that because I've crawled through the darkness and come out the other side. I felt what it's like to be held down, manipulated, broken, but I've also felt moments of pure clarity, peace, and truth that didn't need fear to make themselves known. Why I'm sharing this? I'm not making these videos for views or to scare anyone. I'm doing it because someone out there needs to hear it. If you've ever questioned your experiences, if you've ever felt like something isn't right, if you've been abused, addicted, or spiritually attacked, you are not alone. I've also shared my experiences on Spotify, on the paranormal. Nick Ryan is the Spotify host. Your pain doesn't make you weak. It makes you aware. But awareness is only the beginning. Protection, boundaries, and calling out deception for what it is. That's how we take our power back. If you've made it this far, thank you for listening. I'll be doing more videos soon about how to protect yourself psychically and spiritually, especially if you're sensitive or an experiencer, which I am both. Until then, stay safe, stay grounded, and always question what's knocking at your door. Once again, thank you for watching and stay tuned for another part. Love, light, and blessings. Please be nice to one another and to yourselves. Bye for now.